Hello everyone, Doctor is back, and we are going to continue with our playthrough of the adventure that cannot wait for the sun event. We're going to continue commanding our team of operators. We're going to continue learning a little bit more about Menat Hamait, as well as Pepe and friends, and even this new mummy friend that we got to meet last time. However, we have some interesting things to do first and foremost. Before we get into all of that, we have some promotions to do, and I hope you guys are ready. So, shall we get started? Hello, Pookie. Boop. All right, Pookie, help us with some promotions.
Here, take some whiskey, add a little amaretto, and then put it on the rocks.
Yes, that's
Wanna
you.
sip? In Siracusa, we call this a luci spente, and one sip means you're killing the guy next to you. Texas, she'll never tell you this, but she used to love this drink. Come, salute.
Hey! Pookie likes it. She likes that she's my assistant, don't you? Alright, let's go ahead and do some promoting here. First and foremost, right off the bat, let's go into our operators. I have done a little bit of farming and gotten what we need. And first up, come on, Lady Narantuya. Let's go ahead and get you promoted to Elite 2.
Delivery today, rescue tomorrow. We've accomplished so much together. But hey, let me get this straight.
Oh,
Sometimes
so
I'll
wonderful.
look at the sky to decide where to go next.
So beautiful.
when I do have to leave one day...
Yes, you're still my number one,
Better
Pookie.
not
Don't you
be too
worry.
much.
Don't hurt me, please. It's don't be jealous. It's just, she's new and we gotta give her some attention too. It's okay. It's okay. Don't you worry. We're all right. Anyways, let's see, what do we got here? Sun Swallower throws 3 projectiles. Wonderful. Let's set that as the default skill. And then, while we're at it, let's go ahead and promote our newest friend that we got at the end of the last episode, Pepe.
A promotion? Alright, then I'll bestow an honorary title in return. Don't underestimate its power. From now on, no one will be able to hinder you in my father's domain.
Well, an honorary title for old Docky. Is that a good thing? Yeah? Well, what would you give me for a title? Okay, well, we will stick with that. Okay, I think I like your title better, Pookie. Okay, well, we've got a little bit here. I'm not too worried about bumping them up any further. Let's go ahead and get this. We'll set up her skill 3. And then let's adjust our squad here. What can we do? Diggin'. We've got Narantuya in. Degenbreaker in. Calcit. Wis'adel. Well, I think we're pretty good with our squad as we have it. So I don't really want to do too much for changing. I kind of want to try Pepe out. So let's see about maybe swapping Degenbreaker for her. Just to see. Dagon is block 2, yeah. Let's try Pepe, just to see. We'll put her in. Now, just so you know, just a little heads up for you guys, we are at 250 pulls as of now. We've got 50 rolls left to automatically claim one of her, but at that point, I need to decide. If we go into our certificates here, I need to decide what to get for our certificates. I've got my choice between Iafiola the Vidasca, Gaviel the Invincible, and Chen the Hollingday. Now, I have Chen the Hollingday on my other account, as well as Iafiola the Vidasca, but I don't have Gaviel the Invincible on either. I kind of want to get Iafiola over here because I adore her the most out of all 3, and I want to get that skin for her. So I might be doing that, but let me know, let old Docky know down in the comments what you guys think and what you'd prefer that I get. What do you think, Pookie? Not sure? Okay. Well, how about you take a little bit of a break, go relax, and I'm gonna get started on narrating. Sound good? Okay. Nice hug from Pookie. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in. And here we go. Now, let's do a little gemstone engraving to kick some stuff off. Okay, to begin, just my mic here. Let's go ahead and begin our class. We'll get our free stuff. And let's go to the workbench. What do we need? We need to hit 1,000. And that takes us to 1080. Wonderful. Advanced filtration 1 or 2. Bump up both and we'll get that. And then we'll get the new workbench. Why not? Okay, so that takes us to 1,500. That takes us way above. That does nothing. What if we just do that? Nothing as well. So let's just use these two. Okay, a fun little start. Okay, advanced filtration 3. Let's take it. Let's just get these. We don't need another workbench yet. Okay. Let's go with that. And no, let's if we do that, that goes that far. Yeah, let's just do those, engrave them, and be done. Cross the target score. Okay. What is this? Advanced blending. Don't really need the tempering. Let's do a new workbench. Let's do that. Okay. Those two alone. Process. So, next up. Extra filtration. Take that one. Take that one. And I shouldn't need that. That's just a multiplication. There we go. Boom. We've crossed our current score. New class unlocked. Level 10. Okay, let's try the new class. Now this one is multiplication specialty. Round 3, round 4, round 5. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Alright. We take our freebies. And let's put... Doesn't matter which direction they go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Advanced multiplication 1 and 2. Let's take that. We need all of these. Wonderful. Okay. Any one of those gets us to 800, so let's just go with that. Target score achieved. Wonderful. 3 more rounds, though. Basic blending, basic tempering. Let's go with these two. Okay. Target score is 2,500. Ooh, we may not hit it. Old Docky might be in for a pickle here. Gives us the highest result. Well, unfortunately, we won't hit that in this one. I may have to do a little more thinking on that. Since we got up to level 11, let's go collect our rewards and then jump into the story. Wonderful. Okay. PS3. Let's do this, shall we? Here we go. Why not? PT. Which is the ball. Brings it back. Who's the cutest little thing? You are. Stop fooling around, TT. I've always wanted a pet, but my family wouldn't let me have one. Look how cute it is. It's not a pet, it's part of the museum's collection. Tell that to Pepe. She's yelling at part of the museum's collection. Say that again? I apologize. Pepe Kunahum. Kanum. Okay. I read that wrong first time, but Kanum. But I am unable to answer. My memories of the trove's location remain vague. You sure you don't want to stop her? I'm starting to feel sorry for that corpse cowering in the corner. Hey, Texas. Are you enjoying the story so far? Okay. Well, continue to enjoy with us. Well, try harder. Maybe you'll remember then. I'm afraid that would be futile. They who split my memories distributed them evenly across all the gems to ensure that the secret could not be easily accessed. There are 5 gems in total. You may have to find all of them before I can tell you the answer. Where are the rest of the gems? You must know that, right? Jake's head. You don't? The army that defeated me consisted of many Padishahs and Lords Amir. They took the gems with them when they left. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. There must be another way. Use that golden brain of yours. Zubair is forced into a corner by Pepe, even as the short girl doesn't come up to his chest. He feels the pressure so great, it threatens to buckle even his hardened metal kneecaps. Please, Hanem Effendi, have patience. And tell me something useful. There's a faint resonance between the gems that I can sense if I am in their proximity. Are you kidding me? You want me to take you across all of Sargon? The city alone holds thousands of gems. I think I sense one faintly. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Look, Anat, she's trying to remove part of the museum's collection. Pepe, Zubair Effendi is a valued part of the museum's collection. We must ensure that he is stored under appropriate conditions, and I can't allow him to be exposed to the elements. Leave that thought and do your research here. Do not go out. 40% increase in funding next year? No. Double? My staff will be watching you at all times. Sinevti. Whatever that means. Do you know what that means? No? Okay, that's alright. Come over her. Zubair Effendi, I know it's not exactly polite to ask a man for his funeral effects, but I would be remiss. Can I borrow this for a couple of days? Spins rapidly. Of course, Hanem Effendi. Pretty interesting story. I'm curious about this mummy dude. You can come out now, Zubair. There's no one's here. Why do you go through a hole like that at your size? It's like you turned liquid or something. My body is extremely flexible, allowing me to pass through narrow spaces. I thought I would have to tear down the wall if you couldn't get out. There is no need. Zubair closes his eyes and shakes his sistrum. As the chimes ring, the wall around the hole slowly turns to sand, falling to the ground, leaving behind a much bigger hole. With eyes wide, Pepe walks back and forth through the hole, then picks up a handful of sand. Why didn't you use your Originium arts? I almost hit my head crawling through the hole. You didn't ask. Well, you should close it back up. I wouldn't want anyone else to see it. As you wish. Ooh, his eyes. The chimes ring again and the sand flows back into the hole. Soon there is no sign that the hole was ever there. Centuries ago there was nothing but sand. Now tall buildings line the streets. Such prosperity. Lamps line the banks of the river flowing gently through the city. It reminds me of Shar Cheshmeh, built upon an oasis. Shar Cheshmeh? The city of springs? I thought it was just a legend. No one has found it in centuries. No, it was very real. Its Padishah was a despot who challenged the Shah's authority on multiple occasions. I had to pay him a personal visit. And then? And then it was no more. Did the whole city have to pay for the sins of a single Padishah? I did nothing but cut the Padishah's head off and throw it into a spring. It was the chained slaves who burned the city to the ground. If you visited yourself, you would be shocked by the filth and stink. They made sacrifices in the water, but the water system was primitive. Please stop. I can almost smell it. I see. Can we go to the river? No, not that way. It's early. The banks of the river are still brightly lit, and that would kill me if someone saw the museum's collection walking the streets. I know a place. Follow me. Curator or not, we've taken inventory of the collection. Here it is. Mejitiketi Konum? What are you doing here? Not went to meet a guest, so I'm taking over some of the documents. The Padishah's statue wasn't damaged in an accident. It was missing one eyeball to begin with. Who wrote this? Huh. How's my impression? But it's true that the statue's records are wrong. Be careful next time. Really? Let me see who was in charge. Izaja and Inaja. I think they were under your... him. Here, Age of Shadow exhibits counted twice. Make sure to double check. This is my favorite place in the city. You like empty streets. It's not like this during the day. Everything in Manat Hama'it goes through here. Merchants from all across the country come here to trade gems, furs, spices, crafts. People come from other countries too, often making large transactions. If we're going to find a gem somewhere, this would be it. Deep in the Grand Bazaar is a trading post dedicated to gems. Virtually every gem in the city passes through it. Do you sense the gem we're looking for? Are you listening? Forgive me. I'm curious about the crafts being sold here. In my time, animal sculptures like these were guardians of tombs, companions of the dead. Now, though, they are being peddled on the streets as everyday items. Well, it's a decorative sculpture for home use. 25 dinars. The murals on the walls, to the hieroglyphs all around. Many things feel so familiar, yet so strange at the same time. So we should go and see a few more places. Mejitiketi Hanum Effendi. The great families have sent inquiries. The Padishahs take the solemnity of Sargonian history so seriously. How do we explain this incident to them? Just tell them it was an intern's mistake and we'll deal with it accordingly. Deal with whom? The acting curator, perhaps. Huh? Is it really true, TT? There was an unexplained access made using your pass both last night and this morning. What if someone investigates? That can't be. I wiped all the records clean. So you finally admitted it. I didn't. Well, this I can cover up, but the mummy coming back to life on the eve of the Flood Festival is another matter. What's your plan? To keep the museum closed until things blow over. No way! Uh-oh. Closing the museum. Interesting. Look at that Bajir. A wind catcher. Yes, the most common type of tower here. Those openings catch the cool high winds and guide them into the building through vents. cool air flows into the space below, pushing the hot air out the opposite side.
I didn't know you were an architect.
I'm not, but I met the talented architect who invented the Bajir.
Do you sense the gems yet?
I'm sorry, I cannot sense any nearby. Maybe I could tell you something else. Are you not curious how the gems retain one's memory and consciousness?
Well, I am curious. I figured it was some kind of Sarkaz witchcraft related to the Zaidan.
People in my time believed that life consists of 3 parts: body, name, and soul. Body is the physical vessel, and the name is the identity known to others. The soul, however, is what truly makes us human. It is the emotions and experiences that form our character. The 3 parts must be preserved together in order for life to be eternal. The body can be replaced with something more durable. The name can retain its meaning by being passed on through generations.
I know. That's the genesis of Sargonian noble heritage.
The soul, however, is the frailest of the 3. During the Age of Shadow, it was discovered that part of the soul can be preserved, in a manner of speaking, by etching it upon a pure gem with originium circuits.
Like the gem in your chest?
Yes.
I've only ever read about it in ancient texts. Scholars call it superstition, born out of a lack of understanding of the nature of life.
That is misinterpretation. However, the true mystery, the method by which a life's journey is engraved, has long since been lost to time.
Or it might exist to some degree. Gems with engraved originium circuits can still be found in this city. Last year, a gem with originium circuits that could change the ambient temperature in a small area was sold at auction for an incredible price.
Some things survive the test of time, only to become barely recognizable.
The sun's about to rise. We should get back before the museum opens. Let's go. The museum is just ahead. I don't want to crawl through another hole. Why don't we use your arts to make a shortcut?
One moment, Pepe.
Have you sensed the gem?
No. I'd like to see the sunrise. One thing that the passage of time cannot change.
Okay, just for a bit.
Still bright, glorious, and brilliant. It still brings warmth. Inudi Harak Hodaket. Subayr slumbered for centuries beneath the sands, with only darkness for company. He squints straight at the sun rising in the east, the brilliant wheel of flame. Sunlight shines upon him for the first time in a very long while, illuminating his golden body. Pepe can barely open her eyes, so bright it is. Is it time to go back?
You can stay a while longer if you like being in the sun. We have a little bit of time. Sun is up. 4 days, no, 5 since Narantuya went missing. Focus, Azaji. This work requires attention to detail. You're sure that the communicator fell into this drainage outlet when we left the museum, right? I'm sure. Well, we've been dredging through it every day, but we haven't found a shadow of it. We can't reach Narantuya if we don't find it. If we can't reach Narantuya, what will we do? I remember Narantuya saying we should find a way to get money when she's not around. You're right, Ajani. We need to pull a big job. That way we can buy a new communicator and get in touch with the boss. Let's go. We've got work to do at the museum. Alright. Huh? Hey, Azaji. I think I hooked something. What do you think, Lesvar? A hue like the night sky, and the wavy patterns that like lava gently flowing across it. It was dug from the deep obsidian veins decades ago. It's a rare treasure today, given the state of Mount Siesta. The gem vendors in town dare not give a hasty quote for it, and you've been away since from the post these past few days. There's no originium circuit on this gem. I'm afraid I cannot give you a high price for it. The blue foul beast that was perched on the overseer's staff flies up, grabs the obsidian, and places it gently on the scale. The scale comes to a halt, and the young overseer looks at the reading. 370 dinars. But a Siestan collector offered a much higher price for it. The equivalent of 37,000 dinars. Siestan collector. I wonder if that's by chance the man. I cannot remember his name, but we'd have to ask Ayafiala. She would know for sure. She met him in Siesta during her little venture there, where she spent some time with Professor Keller and a few other people. Swire also met the man. Swire would be one to contact about him. Pelipper Brown, I believe was his name. Wonder if he's the one collector they're referring to. But anyways, could you perhaps be mistaken? You could always go back to that collector. Well, it's not that I don't trust the overseer's eyes and scales, but if we were in Londinium, Lungman, or Siesta, they're in Manat Hama'it. There are treasures here beyond reckoning. The sand beneath your feet was perhaps at one time gems brighter than the stars. That is why we value the power of a gem far more than its appearance. 370 dinars is the most I can give for an ordinary obsidian with no originium circuits or special powers. Can we really sell a rock that we reeled in from the sewers? Even the roads in this city are paved with gems. Try holding it under the sun. What am I supposed to see? Nothing. It's like the plastic handle of my toothbrush. Well, don't be discouraged, Ajani. It could help Narantuya's great endeavor, even if it's not worth much. Like, she could enjoy ice water for an entire week once she comes back, added with lemon slices and dried dates for sure. Interesting choice to mix in your water, but okay. Hey, you! Yeah, you behind the counter. Me? Yeah, you're the receptionist, right? Receptionist? No. It's our first time here. We want to... What do we want to do, Ajazi? To get this gem appraised and sell it for good money. Yeah, that's right. Do you know where the queue for gem appraisals is? Give it to me. I can appraise it. Wow, even the receptionist at the gem trading post knows how to appraise gems. Well, I mean... You may not know the man, but he has a background in this. At first glance, it is a pale sapphire of low purity. Low purity? Sounds like dried dates are off the menu. Well, the lemon slices still have a chance. Originium circuits are clearly visible. This is... What is it? Is there something wrong with the circuits? Never mind, Ajazi. The gem probably doesn't do anything, judging by his reaction. No, it does. Originium circuits on this gem can induce excitement in small animals. It makes small animals excited? Interesting. Where are you going, Ajani? To work at the museum, of course. You know how much money we're making per hour carrying boxes? Forget that blue toothbrush handle. Can't afford to waste our time here. Hey, wait for me! Wait, your gem. I was going to say I could offer 50,000 dinars for it. Well, I believe that might be one of the gems that Pepe and Zubair are looking for. Meow, you're back early. Meow. It's okay, you tried. It's not easy to see him, is it? Hey, Mio, try this. Touches the pale blue gem with a paw. Sniffs. Purrs excitedly. Rolls in ecstasy. Glad you like it. What's that? You found your motivation again. Alright then, go with Wolf to find the gems. They finally converged upon the city. So he's looking for them as well. Interesting. Well, AS-3. Hey, Pookie. Would you like to help me command? Yeah? Oh, you're so precious. Well, by all means, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, this one looks fun.
Death has its own.
Let's see. Let's throw Narantuya out and see what she can do here.
Are my tactics too.
Now that she's elitude. Woohoo! Look at that.
Relax. What? You think you're a better robber than me.
We're still using her old skill. I may need to change that.
Relax.
So we need to change her skill. It's a pretty good move, right? Yeah? So, Texas? No, she won't appear on one of those panels. That's alright. That's alright.
The only sound they will hear is my blade slicing through wind, not my footsteps.
Let's put Pepe here. Let her go smash. Boom.
Where do you wish to send this bird?
Oh, we're clearing them pretty well. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. How about Stu, just to block the way there in case anybody gets past.
Now we sow the grain. Put that
We
down.
need to upgrade Pepe's skill as well, or change her skill.
What do you fear most?
Should we deploy you, Pookie? Yeah? Oh, definitely. Alright, in that case, you're going right there. Let's do this.
Sow the mountains when summer
I think we're pretty well set. We can hold off on any other deployments. What do you think? No? Yeah? Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say to put Texas out. Well... Okay, we'll put Texas out. We'll put her right there.
I'm prepared.
Great skill.
You can't stop me.
Charge a little bit of our DP that way. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We'll put Wis'adel out just for some fun.
Awfully dangerous.
Even though it's kind of the end and we won't really need her.
Yes.
What do you fear most?
We run into put that down. Flesh and bone bear
Put bonk and done.
mounds and ruins.
Thanks for the help,
bloom
Pookie.
fields.
Boom. Awesome job, as always. You're such a sweetheart. Oh. Alright. Be good.
In the grass and don't come out. I had to be real careful to get you out during the day.
The grass is too short. It can't hide my ears.
Then get lower. Mother, that girl is rummaging in the grass.
It's not polite to point. She must be drunk.
No, I can still see them. He's about to fall into the grass. Should we help?
Pretend not to see her. Little fellow never hurt anyone. It's being seen falling that's really embarrassing. This is where the events leading up to the Flood Festival are held, and all the competitors are here today to sign up. It would be very awkward to run into her during the competition. Interesting. Poor Pepe.
It's a Manat-Hama-It tradition to sink various items into the rivers as sacrifice to the river god ahead of the Flood Festival, praying for good luck. That's where we can find the rarest gems in the city.
In the river.
Wait here while I go get one of the bush trimming carts. You can sit in the bin for collecting fallen leaves. That way we can get you to the river without anyone finding out.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Come on, stop tugging at my shirt and act your age. Stay hidden and stay put. I'll be back soon.
This is just asking for trouble.
Oh.
Creature. Lifts tail elegantly. Many statues here were carved in your likeness. Wags tail proudly. Beautiful. No wonder the people here love you so much. Holds up backside with dignity. You want me to pet you, but you're too far and Pepe told me not to move from here. It's a deliberate display. Can you come closer? Shakes tail irritably. Please don't be angry. Perhaps I can move forward a little.
No. No.
Wait.
Hey, Superior, stop gawking at cloud beasts. Look what I found.
Just in time.
You look so dour.
I'm not dour.
Then get in here. I've measured it. It should fit you with room to spare.
It's a little dirty.
Dirty? Just some fallen leaves and a piece of scrap paper. You were dug out of a hole filled with sand and dirt.
I respectfully decline.
All right, I'll clean it. Fallen leaves, scrap paper. It's a leaflet. It's not even that dirty.
Pepe spreads open the rolled up ball of paper. She freezes on the spot. Harvest gathering. What is that?
Part of the local festivities. Competitors display their most valued possessions, and the winners get prizes from the sponsors.
Many of the prizes are familiar. The second place prize in particular brings back memories.
Of course it does, Zubair.
Do I still have to go into the bin?
Of course, I cleaned it for you.
He doesn't want to go in the bin. Then again, I don't blame him. Mumbles in sleep.
This way, the mummy won't. Whoa! Is she finally awake? I'm glad that was just a dream. I don't want to be haunted by the dead this young. Please don't throw the vessel, even if it is your own. You may not harm others while using it. Sorry, I thought it was my knife I was throwing. Apology accepted. Good morning. Wait, morning?
In the silence, Narantuya sizes up the stranger before her, who gives off the aura of a seasoned warrior. She slowly moves her hand to her belt while carefully taking in her surroundings. Her coin purse is still tied to her belt, but her weapons are gone. Her knives are lying on the tea table on the other side of this unfamiliar room. The room itself seems unremarkable, but this is a city where even the manhole covers are laid with gems. Narantuya knows that even the most unremarkable thing here can command a remarkable price.
Oh, it was you who saved my life. Thank you so much, kind soul. Once I get out of here, I'll have all my subordinates remember your name. So, how much do you want? I'm sorry? If you mean the bread and fruit that I brought back from my morning jog, these were gifts from the others that should not be valued in terms of money. I wasn't asking about that. Or why I don't get good stuff like that when I walk the streets. Wait, you mean it's free? Good, the sun is my witness, not taking back your word. I appreciate the kindness. How are you feeling? Based on my medical knowledge, I do not believe you're injured, but you had been unconscious for a long time. Oh, I'd forgotten to sleep for a while. Guess I was making up for it. No worries, consider it a bad hereditary habit. Hereditary? As long as it's nothing serious. Feeling unwell anywhere? She reaches for her neck instinctively. The needle wound is healed, but the memories from before the long nightmare begin to float to the surface. Past that never arrived, the failed kidnapping, the terrifying mummy, the feeling of freefall, the faint sound of wind. That was the 10th floor. I didn't think I would ever wake up from that. Wow, is that what dying feels like? That's terrible. Thank you for saving my life. They say that one can never truly die if her name continues to be spoken after her death. But if eternal life means an eternal nightmare of being chased by mummies to the ends of the sands, then I must reconsider whether it's worth it to have my name known all across Sargon. You jumped from the window because you wanted to have your name known all across Sargon? I suppose. I fail to understand the Sargonian obsession with such tradition. I sympathize. Had things not been going well for you in your life? Racked up a debt. It's been a pretty big headache. Say, I want to ask you. You saved my life and I ought to repay you. You want to work for me? I'm planning something of a great endeavor. What? I remember now. I made a wish when I fell from the building. I guess you're that competent subordinate granted by fate. Very well. I'm happy to be of help if it alleviates your stress and gives you the will to live. Uh-oh. Narantuya has recruited her. Annette, look what I found! I don't know what you found, but I found that you've been sneaking away with the museum's collection again, and putting him in a dirty leaf bin. Sorry, I just couldn't bear to watch him waste away in the museum, so I took him out to get some fresh air. Is that so?
Yes, Anat Hanim. I was interested in seeing the outside.
See? Let's drop this and talk about the good stuff I found. A creased leaflet? Look what it says! A typical pre-festival events. Wait, is that? The third gem that Zubair and I have been looking for. Didn't you say you took Zubair out because he was wasting away in the museum? Kill two foul beasts with one stone, as they say. Did you think about how to get the gem? Second place is not exactly easy to get. The harvest gathering attracts the rich and noble, eager to show off their treasures. I know of at least 2 padishahs who are visiting anonymously.
I can help you appraise ancient artifacts or volunteer myself as the entry.
No worries, that's the easy part. The hard part is finishing second. The entry has to be extraordinary but not unique. It must represent an era but not symbolize it. You need to finish exactly second to get the large gem with unique characteristics and Shaw era markings. How to finish second? That is the question. Do you have an idea? Pepe does not answer. She looks up at the skylight, squinting. It is past noon, and sunlight spills through the round skylight, casting an oval of light on the ground. Standing in the middle of that oval, Pepe grins from ear to ear, pointing at the sun outside. No Horoket. Entering with a Horoket statue? Not a bad choice. No, I'm just expressing my gratitude for his inspiration. I'm not entering an item associated with him. Look at the circle he's casting on the ground. Doesn't it look like? I see. You plan to enter with a talisman engraved with a royal name. The cartouche is a symbol of good fortune and warding against evil. Perhaps that will catch the attention of judges. What are you people talking about? Isn't the oval of light just like a golden slipper? Slipper? Yes! I'm winning that gem with a golden slipper that's been passed down through my family for generations! Oh, Pepe does have an idea. Will it play out right, though? That is the good question that we must have an answer to. I don't want to keep crouching behind this wall. Can I go in with you? Stop complaining. I got you your ice cream. Can you actually taste it, though? No, I'm just curious as to what all those people were queuing for. Is your curiosity satisfied? Eat up or your head is going to melt in the sun. Ice treat created in my image. I'm surprised how popular I am here. You may not be able to taste it, but you can feel the coolness, right? Not so much a sensation as an impulse. An impulse to jump into the river, allow the water to flow over me, and have a good swim. That's just how we normally spend the summer, isn't it? Alright, gold sinks in water. That's why I described it as an impulse. Alright, be patient and I'll take you to the largest artificial lake in town once the sun goes down and the competition is ended. I'll be going. See you later. Pulls up cape. Interesting. What is he going to do? The papyrus reeds sway by the river, its waters of purest lazurite. It wends its way by the golden dunes, fed by our gifts of gems. I knew you were here when I smelled synthesized cormorant. My watch tells me the competition doesn't start for another 30 minutes. I thought it was an unfashionable in the new city to arrive on time. 27 minutes and 50 seconds to be precise. The watch is more accurate. After all, its mechanism is based on the machine that the Shah of Past and Future invented after he discovered the artifact that gave mastery over time. Your idea of time is as vague as the sundial in the museum. You do not understand that with every grain of sand passing through the hourglass is a gold coin, when one arrives too early and has to wait. True. I believe this antique was last calibrated when the sundial was dug up. I wonder where your ancestors were at the time. Perhaps I should inform them that it's actually 11:25 and both of them should adjust their watches. This sports watch is waterproof and dustproof and has a compass on it. I wear it on my monthly climb of the Harrier Mountains, and I can recommend it to them based on first-hand experience. Don't bother with them. You got some free time. Go try some other drinks. I like this iced guava juice more than the herbal tea. I'll get a few more cups if you want. I'm fine. I'm no Padishah. I know how to use my hands. So you're not contemplating suicide? No. Why would I when you can get all sorts of free drinks just walking through a city garden like this? I may say so, my 100,000 dinar burden beast pulls the carriage faster. It could knock a grown man down in its wake. If I may say so, stability is the most important thing, and that's what the burden beasts of my ranch offer. Oh, Izda, my cap! Like you, I don't have to pull down the curtains to stop sand sent flying by a carriage, or juice spilled by a passerby. What are these people doing here? This place is for drinks. Don't worry, I caught it. Not a single drop of guava juice was spilled. Let's find a place to sit by the roadside. She's the competent subordinate I've been wishing for, all right. But am I even the boss at this rate? I should introduce her to Ajazi and Ajani. Did you say something? No, I was just thinking I would take a trip to the museum after I've tried all the drinks here. You're going there too? Yeah, but I'm not as interested as you in the artifacts. I just lost something and I need to start searching for the last place I saw it. Not a single beep from my communicator after all this time. Not one call. Unfortunately, the museum has remained closed ever since the incident, and I doubt the management would promptly contact the owners of lost items as promised. Whenever I close my eyes, I think back to the day when I glimpsed a fragment of the lost glory of ancient Minos, and the disarray within that grand museum. Setting everything aside, it is unbelievable that the staff could not recall the locations of the exhibit halls and the routes to them, leading dozens of panicking tourists to the northeast to the Minoan exhibit, where there were no exits. I must strongly express my dissatisfaction when I have a chance to meet with museum management. I changed my mind. Let's not go to the museum today. Excuse me, I see you're enjoying the drinks we have on offer today. The two of you have lingered here for a while. Perhaps you are interested in participating in the harvest gathering? You appear to be tourists. This pamphlet will give you details about this key event leading up to the Flood Festival. Not interested. Let's go, Aspasia. Aspasia? Fate has smiled on me at last. Narantuya, you say you have visited the museum. Perhaps you know what this is. No idea. Isn't it just a simple old cup? This is my family goblet. The other goblet, to be precise.
Slice them up like a millefeuille.
Hey,
How
it's
do you like
you.
it?
You've done good again. Yes, as always, you've done wonderful. Thank you. You're such a sweetheart. You always do well with helping me deploy, being my assistant. Let's go ahead and move on to AS-4. What an honor it is for me to meet you here. Hatshepsut Effendi. The slipper from the early New Calendar era you brought has certainly broadened my knowledge of history. I had no idea the people of so many centuries ago had such fine techniques in crafting footwear. To think they could make a shoe that fits the curve of the foot so well. As for the lotus ornament atop it, vivid beyond words. To mention, this slipper was made not long after the Great Explosion, and it reflects the drastic shifts in the local climate. It's a pity that it's missing its twin. I fear it won't win on its own. That's fine. Second place is enough for me. It's the participation that counts. Of course, of course. As a daughter of the Padishah, Hatshepsut Effendi, you will one day take up the mantle of Padishah. I am sure such a trifling honor would not be worth fretting over. That's still a bit early. There's a lot of things we can't say for sure. I've heard your younger brother has been selected to become court historian, and that he will set out for the City of Gold in 2 months, Hatshepsut Hanim. Even a girl as talented as Hatshepsut Hanim was not chosen for the post, which just goes to show how gifted her brother is. We're practically the same, really. Are you trying to say, good sir, that becoming a Padishah does not require talent and ability? I believe that if Hatshepsut Hanim were to take that position, our family would no doubt continue to bask in glory. This is different. Hatshepsut Hanim's family is Sargon's most illustrious line of historians, after all. She's just standing there while they argue about her and her family, and she's just like, can you guys stop, please? Almost time for us to register. Have you thought of what to submit? Not yet. You so brazenly got in line, but you don't have a single treasure on you. Is there anything about my walking posture that needs improvement? Never mind, forget it. I guess you'll have to rely on me again. I'm not about to let my subordinate lose. Give me some time to think of a plan. I once won silver medal in a sprint. Are you thinking of snatching the golden cup and running? No good. These rich folks brought along some tough bodyguards. See the way their feet move as they look around. They've spent time in the Amiri armies. I also earned a silver medal in unarmored wrestling. What the heck? Interesting. Anyways, robbery. Everyone worth targeting is already here. How would we participate with stolen goods without getting caught? There is also the silver medal I got from a ceremonial dance competition. That's your plan of attack? No need to make things hard for yourself. In truth, I have 10 silver medals across 10 different events. I keep them on my person at all times. 10 silver medals. These medals are embodiments of traditional Minoan culture, and my most prized honors. Honor should not be regarded as a rarity with which we judge superiority, but in particular circumstances, I have no other choice. Besides, I hope you do not misunderstand me, Narantuya. I would never resort to anything dishonorable. It would disgrace my family. I guess I really did misunderstand you. My competent subordinate, my great endeavor. Sorry, did you say something just now? Nothing important. I was just saying that considering you've never won a gold medal, it's no wonder you want that gold cup. Don't worry, I have a plan. Well, Lady Narantuya, please let us know of this plan. Your beauty and grace. May I ask why the Herald led me here? What orders am I to receive? No orders here, just a request. If you happen to see a single golden slipper, do not give it too high a mark. But also not too low. We still must uphold the professionalism of our historians. Let's say second place. Second place would be good. Please, this is just really, really important. That exhibit has precious historical value, but if you wish to reduce its mark for subjective reasons, that would not be considered unfair to our other competitors. If you have deduced my identity, then please keep that a secret as well. Thank you. Will, resplendent honey. Sorry. I'm definitely going to apologize to all my teachers and fellow archaeologists after this. I definitely, absolutely, 100% cannot lose just this once. Why does everyone think I already lost to that little brat? Did I scare him? Interesting, Pepe. I think you need to calm it down a little bit, my friend. Did you get all that? Yes, the set of silver medals from Minos must get a high mark. It will get 3rd place. That's right. Don't worry, I already had a talk with most of your fellow judges. We got along rather well. I hope you will too. Padishah Effendi, the corrupt must be hanged. Forgive me. Can't believe he's this scared already. I didn't get this bigger reaction from security and the other judges earlier. What illusion did he see? I'll be dragging you back to the gate then. Maybe I overdid it with the arts. Wait, I hear footsteps. Oh, I don't see the judge here either. Must have been escorted back to the meeting hall by security. I better go get my own things done. The sun waits for no man, after all. Oh, and who is this I happen to run into? What luck. Well, she's found her mark again. By chance. Sorry, could you say that one more time? I'm honored to inform you, Hanem Effendi, that your entry has proceeded to the final round of judging. In other words, you are now in the top 3. No, not that, the other part. I ask that you follow me to the riverside in a little while, where the prizes will be given and the treasures will be immersed into the river. So, you're going to throw my 10 silver medals into the river? Perish the thought, Hanem Effendi. That would be rather crude, and we would never dare to offend the river god. We will place the treasures atop a small boat made of papyrus reeds, alongside gold, silver, and jewels to help weigh it down. We will sing hymns and chants as we watch the boat slowly sink into the waters. This wasn't mentioned on the brochure. I am terribly sorry. It was written in the instructions all participants had to sign. The competition's original purpose was to find treasures with the most historical value to knock upon the gate of the god. During the Flood Festival, those favored winners will witness the river god with their own eyes as he wanders the riverside. Forgive me. This was my mistake. It was close to cut off when I signed up, and I did not have time to read all 10 pages of instructions. That is a shame, as it is extremely rare for tourists to reach the final round of selections. You will be given a second opportunity to reaffirm your commitment. Do you wish to continue participating? Narantuya. She hasn't returned yet. Do you wish to seek a specialist consultant? I can bring you to the chief judge to discuss. No need. What I seek is not a suggestion. I will continue my participation. Interesting. So she's going to part with her medals. Hello? Anat, listen to me. You can start preparing the victory feast now. Of course. I would never take for granted the generosity you've shown by lending me the general. I promise you that I'll stick the gem in when we get back tonight. If Sabire goes through any changes, you'll be able to see them for yourself. Relax, I've been taking good care of him. No stains or damage, I promise. You want to speak to him? No. He's under my protection, right? How can I just give him a communicator when everyone's staring at me? Why don't we talk about something else? I don't know how hard I've had it. I've been talking up these old pedantic judges all morning just to guarantee second place. Listen, they're about to declare the winner at a big meeting spot. Once I get the gem, I'll head right back to the museum, where it's nice and quiet. Sorry. It's fine. Weird, not like the sidewalk's narrow here. Phew, I can finally rest easy. Pepe's handled the gem issue and Zubair is just fine too. Should we have a drink together later? Is there something you wanted to say? You're not going to want to hear it. I do want to hear your suggestion, TT. You might think this is ridiculous, but I feel like we might have to start the exhibition over and keep the accident under wraps. Just treat it as some sort of performance gone awry, then display it in a more vivid and true-to-life manner. So display a walking mummy and some artifacts, push up ticket prices a little while we're at it? More or less, I guess. You do know what our people use to scare crybaby children, right? The exhibits being a bit odd isn't a bad thing. My old Colombian museum had an exhibit. Has science gone too far? Creative ideas that would be scarier successes than failures. But TT, that's the idea behind a business whose number one goal is to make money. If we tried that here, a lot of people would be mad. A lot of people. History itself is the foundation of this city. Isn't the foundation that vein of gemstones that's nearly dried up? You really shouldn't say things like that when we go to meet the nobles later. That family is as ancient as the bricks in the tomb in the museum's Great Hall. They can be rather conservative. Meddling here and there. What's wrong with those high-ups anyway? Can't they just fork over a sum of money every year and forget about the museum like Pepe's family? I've worked hard to become acting curator, TT. I really don't want to cause any sort of inconvenience. Inconvenience? You're seriously calling this an inconvenience? That's not what I meant. Have it your way then. I'm leaving. TT, Uh-oh. A little bit of conflict between friends and, well, co-workers. Interesting. Are you okay? You're sweating buckets. Am I? It's rather hot outside. You're sweating too. Next up is a descendant of a glorious clan of historians, the one who shares ballads of kings and heroes, explorer of all Sargon, purveyor of knowledge, a respected Padishah's daughter, Hatshepsut and her rare treasure. Are you going to announce the result? Oh no, this is a rather important occasion. I'll leave it to you. Well, I guess I can't get out of this one. Ahem. This golden slipper is adorned with a lotus flower woven of gold thread, specially designed to accommodate the sudden changes in the Sargonian climate at the time, with distinct characteristics from the era. Not only that, but it comes from an illustrious family of imperial historians. It would be difficult to find a slipper so well preserved in the marketplace, and it's a submission rather uncharacteristic of a family of historians at that. For past ceremonies, such families would usually submit letters, manuscripts, and other pieces of writing, but today the soul slipper reveals to us another side of the life of a noble past. Its value is incalculable. Okay, thank you for the commentary. Next, I will announce the judge's decision. Disregarding the highest and lowest marks, Hatshepsut-Hanim's final tally is 94.95 points. What a shame. Resplendent Hatshepsut-Hanim off by a mere 0.05 points. You are in second place for now. The result was born in the interests of fairness and our respect for history. I do hope you understand, Hatshepsut-Hanim. Oh, don't worry about it. I expected as much.
Minat Hamait is honored to undertake your challenge. Let's move on to the next item, shall we? Very well. Next we have the last, but certainly not the least, entry into our competition. A foreign treasure, a set of silver medals from Minos. We invite our expert to give an assessment. We're all aware that places far from Sargon also possess their own brilliant civilizations. The art and culture of Minos has proven to be harmonious with Sargonian social mores. This set of medals embodies not only the Minoan love of sport, but more importantly, unlike most of the other entries, its year of manufacture can be determined with precision. Indeed, our lives are well adorned with gold, but products fashioned from silver are a rarity. In fact, some historical periods saw silver considered the more precious metal. What a fascinating analysis! Well then, with which 3 contestants will win the opportunity to represent the city in offering these treasures to the river? Do allow me to announce this particular treasure's score. Disregarding the highest and the lowest marks, hailing from Minos, Aspasia Hanim's final tally is 94.60 points. This level of fierce competition is unprecedented. Your final position is 3rd place, Aspasia Hanim. Though I regret you did not place higher, you still have secured the chance to perform the offering. I thank you. This is precisely the approval I sought. However, if you so permit, I would protest your arrangement of these prizes after we conclude. I believe a golden Minoan goblet should rank higher than a 3rd place prize. Very well, Hadim, but please come up to the stage first with your treasure. Go with our attendant there. In 3rd place, Aspasia Hanim. In 2nd place, Hatshepsut Hanim. In 1st place, Rashad Hanim. I ask that our 3 winning contestants take care not to damage the treasures they are holding. Oh no! Terribly sorry about that. It's far too hot and I collapsed for a moment. I couldn't hold it steady. This is quite embarrassing. It's a pity this ancient clay pot I brought shattered to pieces. I assumed that offering pottery chips would be an affront to the river god. I don't believe this has ever happened before. This is heartbreaking. I fear I will have to give up 1st place. Resplendent Hatshepsut Hanim, daughter of the Padishah, you hold the highest title among all attendees. To bestow 1st place upon you is only fitting, and so I voluntarily renounce my position and withdraw from the competition. Huh? Oh no! What a turn of events. What an unexpected turn of events. Exactly what Doctor just said. I said it for you, ceremony host, don't you worry. Anyways, but I do believe everyone is in agreement that our resplendent daughter of the Padishah should be awarded 1st place, and so our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place contestants will become our new 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place respectively. Let's all give them our heartiest congratulations. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Not good. AS-4, Family Golden Slipper. Hey Texas, would you like to help on this one? Yeah? Alright. Let's go ahead and help on this one. Now, unfortunately, I did forget to redo our skills here, but I think we'll start with Narantuya there. And... How about this? Yeah, we put you out there. How do you like that? Yeah? Happy with that? Alright. So, we'll withdraw you here. How about we put... Read the Flame Shadow there. You think that's good? Good move? Yeah, to start with? Awesome.
I've got an idea. What
Okay.
here most?
How about...
Don't make this harder
Vigil?
than it needs to be.
Vigil with Doggo Plus will help here. Now, I believe... We need to get some other form of arsenal out here. So, we need to get these crystals taken care of, which is helping. Definitely. How about... Put Wis'adel there. Good move? Yeah. Okay.
You call me out for this?
We're working good so far. Oh boy. A little cart is going to town there. How about we put you here? Yeah? Good move. You can help take care of that cart.
You'll be sleeping.
This hunt has dragged on for too long.
So,
The Revenant's battle
Wis'adel,
began.
attack!
Four will die.
Blow them up and put you here. So we've got two of you in the field. Interesting, huh?
Awaiting orders. Cut them to pieces.
Oh, we took care of that one pretty easily. How about Pepe in the way for this one?
Enough, please. Only nightmares come with me.
We'll put she there to help out. And then last but not least, just for a little bonus attacking, who could we use? I don't think we really need him anymore. We'll put your best buddy Lappland out there. No, you don't like that? No? Oh, I'm sorry. She's useful though to me. Come on, be nice to Lappland. It's okay. Don't you worry. You and her have got to learn to get along someday. I mean, you were friends at one point, weren't you?
Pass on your last words.
Yeah? Oh, maybe someday again.
You can't stop me. Moving to designated location.
We're doing pretty well. 26 out of 32. Got you in the back pocket just in case we need. Mission completed. Let's go. We did good. Good job. Fist bump. Boom. All right. Good job, Texas. Thanks for the help on that one. The papyrus reeds sway by the river, its waters of purest lazurite. It wends its way by the golden dunes, fed by our gifts of gems. May I see him by the waterside. May I follow him to eternity. Amidst the ardent applause and passionate singing, the winners stiffly walk along the shining, bejeweled street. A reed boat bearing the heavy weight of history slowly sinks into the river. Golden slipper and minnow and silver medal alike become no more than a string of bubbles. Regret? How could I possibly have any regrets? Meeting you has been the best thing to happen to me this entire competition, Hatshepsut. What worth would a competition ranking hold compared to such a privilege? If I may be so bold, I believe a group photo of us losers with the champion would be fittingly commemorative. Would you do me the honor of having a photo with me, resplendent Hatshepsut? If you would hold the first place prize statue as well, that would be perfect. Haha, of course. Thank you for your kind words. She's so... She's so dejected by that. I joined in a most absurd competition. Yeah, that was absurd indeed. I intended to seek history, honor the feats of heroes past, be steadfast in my pursuit of victory, and confront fate itself. Yeah, confronting fate and the other thing. Basically your 10 old silver medals or a single shiny new one. But don't worry, this is Sargon after all, so that's no failure. Golden sands above, gold itself below. As the Lords Amir and Padishahs say, none can be as precious as gold. Don't sweat it. Maybe you'll go down some windy road. You'll find yourself recognized, and that golden cup will be handed right over. Handed over? Let's say maybe you were to chat with the lucky winner of the cup and wheedle your way into his trust. You're right. Huh? Treasure I put forth was recognized. This means that Minoan culture itself was also recognized. Even if the assessment of the judges is strikingly superficial, the scoring of the silver medals and my position are sufficient proof that even Sargonian historians hold a basic respect for Minos. I should have a word with the collector of the goblet. If he were to understand the deep history behind it, perhaps he would be willing to sell it back to me at a price I can afford. You call that recognition? Well, if it's enough to cheer you up, I guess we'll call that a victory. Thank you very much, Narantuya. You are too kind. Just like the wise men debating around the white columns, you have awoken me. I will not lose the honor that those silver medals represented. In fact, I have now won even more in turn. The trick played upon me by fate is unworthy of notice by comparison. Moreover, if immersing those medals in water would aid the people to see what they wish to see, then I am happy to serve. If throwing this gem into the river would summon the god I've heard so much talk of, then Wait! I can see you're feeling a bit better, but calm down. Don't throw it away. I have a plan, or I guess I have a person I wish to see.
If you don't really care about the gem, could I borrow it for a while? Is Narantuya going to see Pepe with the gem? Traps are ready. Relax, I was real careful putting them together. The more someone knows, the less they'll suspect. Good. I also slipped the invitation into the girl's bag. I made sure to wear gloves for handling artifacts, so no way I left any fingerprints behind. Nice work. I'll handle the back end of our plan. Any questions from you two? I have one. I don't understand why the Padishah's daughter would fall for our bait. This gem doesn't seem that special. It's got lots of impurities, like the stone Ajani and I pulled up from the sewer the other day. Don't worry about what the rich folk think. Watch the door tonight. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't let her send anyone over to take it before the time is right. Yeah, okay. We won't let you down this time. That's right. We won't let anyone in. Meow. Meow. Theo arrives before the table, having deftly avoided every snare in the heavily trapped room. The glimmering gem on the table is reflected in the cloud beast's bright eyes. So we know that they have the one gem there. And we know that Neo and Wolf and can't remember the other man's name. Sand Reckoner has the other one. Interesting. An anonymous letter alongside an indistinct photo of the gem. The letter specifies a time and place for you to be alone. An incredibly obvious trap. You should not go, Pepe. Well, I have to go. How else am I supposed to get the gem? But... What? You agreed to take me to the man-made lake in the city tonight. Did I say that? Or maybe you misremembered and it's actually tomorrow night? Ever since my brain was replaced, I have not misremembered a single thing. If that's true, you would have remembered where all the gems were. You could ask Anat. She wrote a lot of official-looking documents about you lately. I also have a few observational reports and paragraphs of a draft for a paper on this ancient general, actually. Maybe she can take you there. I might need to take a few more shifts if so. Do you really have no idea who sent this letter? The tourist who got second place seemed like a nice lady. I might have been too easy to read at the harvest gathering. Everyone could probably tell I wanted the gem. But we needed to get more information out of Zubair, whether it's info on my hidden treasure or data for your thesis. Even so, I advise you not to take the risk. Even if I've been across all of Sargon by now. I do recall you nearly failing to make it back twice when we were still in school. Good thing TT and I decided to go look for you both times. Oh yeah, you recruited a team of adventurers on Burden Beast to find me. Also, I could judge which of the two of you translated some ancient document more accurately. If TT was here, I might have some backing on going to the meetup spot. Good thing she isn't here. She's not? Where is she then? Uh-oh. Is TT gonna end up in trouble? Was inconvenience. She said that like I was going out to mess things up for her. I helped her out with all the documents before. She wouldn't faint from all the pressure at the office, right? Oh, what was that noise? If you're my cute little jewel construct, then come out like a good kid. No need to freak me out. I'm going to count to 3. If you're not out by them, I'm going to use my arts on you. You've been warned. 1, 2, 3. No! Oh, darn it. It's you again, little cloud beast. Sorry, buddy. Do forgive me. Alright, here, some pats on the head. Please don't get mad. I know you're a bit of a bad-tempered scratcher, but let me explain. I've got a good reason for being a bit jittery today. Do you still remember when we were all at the museum earlier? I got freaked out by a bunch of things suddenly jumping all over the place. And then today, I got in another fight with a gnat. Please, please, please don't be as mad at me as her, you cute little cloud beast, you. Purring. I know. We're always getting into fights over academic matters, of course. I know that she really wants to publish her research for everyone to see. I also know that it's not easy to get the opportunity to hold a special exhibit like this, so she's being real cautious, and also kinda overstressed. So stressed that in the end, she didn't dare press on with her original goal. It's obvious I'm trying to make sure she doesn't give up on the special exhibit, right? E.T. unconsciously speeds up her cloud beast's petting. She does, Mio purrs louder and louder. The girl pays no heed. She is lost in her thoughts, petting and petting and petting and petting. She used to be real quiet in the past. Whenever she was nervous, her arms and legs would flail about. Whenever she'd have to give a speech, everyone would be snickering at her by the end of it. But even if her voice was overpowered by the laughter, she would persevere and finish her speech. If only I could just rub her ears to give her the courage to persevere in other things. Vegetiketi cups the cloud beast's face in her hands and rubs it vigorously as she vents her feelings, without the slightest bit of interest in why the cloud beast is purring so loudly. Suddenly, she feels a warmth in the palm of her hand. Whoa, was that a hairball? Don't spit it on my sleeve. Eh? A jewel. Maybe I could go to the meetup spot alone, but with a monitoring device hidden on me. I could get some private security to lie in ambush nearby. It's far too last minute for that, Pepe. Did I just call her Pepe? I meant to say Pepe. That is not what's on Doctor's mind, I promise. Anyways. Security companies won't have the manpower on the eve of the Flood Festival. Not to mention, you can't negotiate with them in the middle of the night. Well, how about renting an aircraft to support me if needed? Such a flying object would be rather suspicious. I could smash the door in with my hammer. Give them a good fright. That does seem like it could work. But would that not be damaging a historical building? I guess that would be a debatable too. Though I'm not sure any building is anywhere near as historical as you. I am rather fond of what people who came after me have left behind. Good evening, everyone! Oh, you're here too, Pepe. Perfect. Can you all guess what I just ran into on the road earlier? Good timing, TT. We've been discussing something really important and I need your support here. Quick, help me make Pepe see sense. If this was an opportunity to excavate an important historical site, would you just give up because you were in a bit of danger? You all should know that an excavation requires patience. You're just eager to prove yourself against your brother right now. This is all just... Wow, you're really not pulling any punches this time around, Anat. Nobody going to take a guess? Your clothes are covered in fur. Thank you for indulging me, Zubair Effendi. Correct. I ran into a little cloud beast. In my age, the people believed that cloud beasts were bringers of good fortune. It turns out that in this age, I'm a believer too. It spit out a gemstone full of luck for me. Oh, what? Let me see, please. Hold it. Anat says you agreed to invest in a new exhibition hall in return for her lending a gem out of the museum collection. All right, I hear you. I'll make an investment in your name. No, Pepe. I hope all of you will agree with me on something else. Pepe, Anat, and Zubair Effendi. I think this jewel can grant our wishes.
Now this is a shocking discovery. Any idea how we might celebrate this, Doctor?
Good question, but you know what? I'm having nachos for dinner tonight. So, that's my celebration. Nachos and a nice cold beverage that'll, help to bring the mood a little bit more comforting. Well, how about we go ahead with AS-5? Ouch! Please queue here for tickets. Please queue here for tickets to the encounter with a resurrected general from the time of the Shah special exhibition. Please queue here for tickets. Please queue here for tickets. Yes, eyes on me. Look at me, not the camera. Please wait just a moment. I need to straighten my bridal gown. I worked all night to make this, but I guarantee you with my 3,000 tales about the Shah that it is historically accurate. Please note flash photography is prohibited in this exhibition to prevent damaging the cultural artifacts. Alright, let's do 20 burst shots. And they did not listen, Zubair.
Hey guys, I'm finally inside the most mysterious room of the Varjavandabad Museum. Now, I'm going to smoothly record the movements of the historic general from all angles and uncover the secrets of the resurrection in the City of Radiance. Dad, its legs look empty inside. You hear that, Dad? It sounds like it's empty inside when I knock on it. Yes, this batch of goods must be delivered to Higashi. It's not a large order, but we can't come off as unreliable. Sir, please look after your child. Sorry, hold on, I'm a little busy. Hey, come back here. Don't run off touching everything. Please don't make noise in the museum. Hey, you're the ones who decided to pull off this open exhibition and even let your exhibit wander around. You didn't even limit the number of visitors, so it's no wonder the place is so rowdy. Acting curator Anat believes that history and knowledge should be made equally available to all, and thus she has not established a tiered ticketing system. Also, the 60-centimeter-high guardrails around my display are meant to prevent visitors from intruding into my space. If your child crosses the rails, you will be flouting the rules and regulations of this place. Please cooperate with the staff. I missed. This guide doesn't say which currencies work. To be fair, the guide doesn't even say if tossing a coin will bring good luck. Why not try it anyway, just in case? Give me a coin. I should aim for its torso, right? Please, stop. This is an important historical artifact. There's too many of them. I can't handle them all. Understood. I will use my weapon to slice the incoming projectiles apart. No. Everyone, look! I'm role-playing a Knightsmoran warrior from 1,000 years ago. I have been defeated. What a grand historical reenactment. My weapon did not make any contact with his body. Oh, General of the Shah, a few words for your defeated foe, perhaps. Back in my day, the most common phrase one would hear in the army when beheading captured enemy leaders was, "The insects shall devour your entrails." Okay, sure. If you could just say that again. Hey, don't come over while I'm still lying on the ground. You're going to cause a stampede. Oh no, I should call for backup. Who could have guessed that there would be so many people here to see a walking mummy when the Flood Festival was going on? Uh-oh, Zubair's in trouble. Too many people. What's up, shit, Hanum Effendi? I hear you've been spending recent days looking for a particular gem lately. It just so happens my family is in possession of one, so I brought it here for you. I hope it can alleviate your worries. Thank you so much. Please let me see it. I wonder if I might be fortunate enough to host you at my home for dinner sometime soon. So sorry, Hanum Effendi, but I've been crazy busy lately. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring me the gem, but I'm sorry to say it's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, truly a pity. I will bother you no more, Hatshepsut Hanum Effendi, until we meet again. How many more do we still have outside? 73, and they all claim to have the gem you're looking for. Why are there so many? Just tough it out and take a break at noon. Some gemstone merchants from the Grand Bazaar say they found some clues, so we'll go over then to take a look. You call that a break? Of course, you'll only be seeing gemstones, no people. Not Hanim. The Padishah's daughter has been sitting here frowning for the past 3 hours. Are you still interested in the remaining gemstones? How many do we have left? More than 200. Leave them there. Finish looking through this crate first. Very well. I'll take my leave then. Not. Did someone come by earlier? They delivered another crate of gemstones. Not. Something's wrong. Why does your head look like a prism? The furnishings, too. They're sparkling. Pepe! Pepe collapsed. She passed out. She's getting too gemstoned out. The museum has finally opened its doors. Yes, Aspasia Hanim. The special exhibition tickets are in high demand. I heard wind of it last night and wanted to tell you to queue up early, but I couldn't find you. It's alright. That's not what I'm here to see. It's the collector I'm looking for. You seem to be in a good mood.
As I thought, language is a bridge to peace. Communication serves as a foundation of understanding, and this historic city is also abundant with knowledge. Sargonians have been proud of their glorious history since antiquity. How wonderful it would be if they were willing to sit down for a long conversation instead of plundering everywhere they go. The collector understood how persistent we Minoans could be, after my explanation, and I also gained much of his insights into the city. Wait, there is something I want to ask you. In modern Minot Hama'it, are silver crafts more valuable than those made from gold? Haha, are you joking? Of course, it does happen from time to time. For example, under pain of death by a Lord Emir. I see. Thank you for the clarification. May I ask if that companion of mine has returned? Yes, with 2 other friends as well. 2 other friends? Very well. The more heads to share ideas with, the better. I'd love to find more Carantas as passionate and frank as she. Aspasia walks up the hotel stairs and stops before the door. Narantuya, are you in there? I bring good news. The collector who won 3rd place has decided to return my goblet to me after listening to my 3-hour speech. Would you like to come with me to the museum to look at both goblets together? I didn't see anyone go in or out of that room with the gemstone last night, Narantuya. I was hiding on the roof of the opposite building with my eyes peeled the entire time. You know how important this kidnapping is. This is the only way to quickly get a big pile of money. Oh, Aspasia is learning the truth now. I'm sorry, Narantuya. We'll go look for the Padishah's daughter right away. It's too late for that. The caravan I got to be our cover is about to leave the city. If we manage to find and snatch her, we won't have a way out. Even if we manage to find. So, let's focus on what to do next. Both of you should go back to the museum, but avoid contact with the girl. Report in as soon as you find any other way to make money. I'll go look for the lost gemstone and return it to Aspasia. That's the least I can do. You don't have to do that. Ajazi suddenly feels a deadly silence descend upon the room. She looks at the intruding stranger, shifts her gaze to Narantuya, and then finally turns her head to Ajani with eyes pleading for help. Ajani raises a finger to her lips with the other hand, inching towards the sedative at her waist. I can explain, Aspasia. We were just mapping out our plan. Once it's done, I'll return you your gem. Or something of equal value. You can trust me on that. Oh, and these are my other 2 subordinates. What plan? Eh? Heard you planning to bait the Padishah's daughter with that gem in order to kidnap her. You heard everything. My apologies. I had no intention of eavesdropping on your conversation. I just happened to be standing by the door. I believe communication lays the foundation of understanding, but I also know you have a large debt to pay and need money urgently. So would you like to tell me the whole story? To be honest, I don't have a clue where the gem is right now. There's nothing I could ask you to do, even if you want to help. The past is in the past, and our plan now, well, we basically don't have one. You know that's not what I'm talking about. If I tell you why I owe this debt and need the money, will you help me? I believe we can discuss a more honest and conscientious way to do it. Huh, I know you'd say something like that. Aspasia, mind holding your hand out for me. What for? For old time's sake. I just want to... Ajani and Ajazi exchange looks with each other. They are certain Narantuya's call to action is the moment when they hear the crisp clacking of her heels on the ground. Ask you for a discount on what I owe you. Huh? I've been staying with you for weeks and even took your gem. I have to pay you back for all that. This coin purse holds 1,200 dinars. I know it's not enough, but... I mean, we're such good friends, aren't we? Narantuya. There's a bunch of foreign coins in there too. Some merchants might not recognize them, but I'm sure you'll find somewhere to spend them. There's some gemstones too. They're tiny and impure, but they make up for it in number. So, could you be a bit flexible with my debt? Narantuya! Are you so unwilling to have an actual discussion about this with me? Communication lays the foundation of understanding, right? I already get you, though. Maybe you spent day after day in your temple copying statues to work out the basic of swordsmanship. Or maybe you followed your parents and took an oath passed down through generations. More importantly, you're one of the innumerable followers of the Minoan heroes, so I'm sure your soul is pure. You'd definitely help out someone about to fall from a tall building, and you'd speak up to anyone who used more exceptional methods. Yes, you're right. I believe a scale of good and evil lies within all our hearts, and one exists within the laws of the land as well. People ought to act accordingly to balance that of the scale. The balance of that scale. But I understand your point of view. Perhaps you would say the laws set by the Lords Emir and Padishahs are of abnormal balance, and one should act as one's heart dictates. However, I dare not trust myself, Narantuya. If the day does come when I'm caught by the Lords Emir and they give me some ridiculous death sentence, will you feel sorry for me? Of course. That's all I need. Looks like you think my death would be a great loss for all Sargon, too. Your help in my grand project would significantly lessen the risk of us failing midway, but I understand if you don't want to. People come and go. I'd love to have everyone join me and stay by my side. But if I care too much about those who leave, aren't I just as stupid as the ones who resent me? What I mean is, let's not make it difficult for each other. Very well. I consider your debt settled.
Injured?
I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
You should see to it. I've met many a warrior who lost his life after neglecting a minor injury.
Times have changed. I'll tell you all about modern medical science someday.
Are you going to rest?
No, I need to tidy up these soaked notes first.
Soaked?
It's a super long story, and I don't know if I'm sane enough right now to tell you the whole thing.
Before we parted this morning, you promised to share the information you obtained with me. Stay true to your word, Pepe.
Okay. I found absolutely nothing today. I made an announcement and lots of people came to see me with similar looking gems, but they were all useless stones. I spent the whole day watching gem after gem fly past my eyes until my head was spinning. Then I went to get a drink and take a break, but the two kids next to me suddenly started fighting. They knocked over the table and my drink, spilling it onto my notebook, and that's how I got this bruise. That's all I have to share with you, Zubair. Got the information you needed from that?
Do you wish to hear what I experienced today?
Zubair?
Many strange people came, though they were rather amusing as well.
Let's pick this back up tomorrow. You don't need to sleep, but I'm exhausted.
Pepe, I do not wish to stay inside the museum.
Just bear with it for a few more days. We need to help Titi with her exhibition until it's over. That's how we got the gem from her, after all. Once the exhibition is over, I'll take you to look for the other gemstones.
I do not want to look for gemstones either.
What's wrong, Zubair? As the guardian of the Shah's treasury, aren't you supposed to recover all your memories and resume your original duties?
Are you not the one more eager to locate the treasury?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, why else did you think I woke you up?
Pepe, I am already awake, and you can no longer treat me as a mere artifact. My thoughts and actions are my own to control. I do not wish to recall all my memories so soon, at least for the moment. Tomorrow, we will have fine weather, and I wish to take a walk outside, free of all worry.
People are going to freak out if they see a museum exhibit getting some sun all alone on the streets.
I already told you I am not an exhibiting artifact.
I'm sorry, Zubair.
It's fine.
It's already so late, though, and I'm really tired, so we can talk tomorrow, okay? Good night.
In the empty room, Zubair tries to press the wall switch and turns the light off. After a moment, he tries again and the light comes back on. I have a feeling he's going to wander off on his own, isn't he?
No.
Neo stands in the middle of the night shrouded street, staring at a window in the distance with a light repeatedly flickering on and off. And then the light stops flickering and glass shatters. Uh-oh.
Once the south wind passes, it'll be the drought season over there. Will I manage to make enough money before then? Alright, prepare to jump.
Whoa! Girls are really something these days. What are you doing? Throwing your life away?
What? Isn't this normal for the Flood Festival? I want to ask the river gods some questions.
Not by jumping into the river, though. Also, which history book did you even learn this custom from, girlie? Ancients did ask the river for answers when they were unsure of something, but later they realized many problems could be solved with money.
Thanks, but that life hack won't work for me.
I can answer your question, though. The lamplighter raises his lamp and approaches Narantuya. Before the southern wind blows through, you won't have enough money to satisfy your own desires, but it will be what you need.
I'll rephrase my question and be more specific. Where should I go look for the money?
To the depths of the sands.
This is Sargon. That doesn't do much to narrow it down.
I can only answer one more question.
I thought the people of Menat Hama'it were generous sorts, with unlimited samples to offer.
No, wait, that's not the question I wanted to ask.
I want to know, will that rigid Minoan come looking for me?
Yes. As soon as the lamplighter finishes, Narantuya catches a glimpse of a shadow on the edge of her vision. The figure stops in the empty street and looks at her for a moment before turning and leaving.
Aspasia? Aspasia!
The shadow crosses the street, and the Crimson Karanta chases after it. Narantuya can only hear the sound of the wind, the rush of the river, and a song from the lamplighter that gradually fades into silence.
May I see him by the waterside, may I follow him to eternity. Lost sight of her. I, Narantuya, actually lost track of a target. Must have been a ghost. Forget it, I'm not stupid. Everyone here is always praying to see a spirit or two, and I heard no footsteps earlier. So this only means I really did see a ghost, yes?
She sits down on the curb. On the other side of the flower bed sits someone else listening to the river silently in the dark.
The benches by the river tend to get wet. You might want to wipe it dry first.
You're not actually scared of ghosts, are you?
What? Did you see that shadow too? Did it spook you? Need me to protect you?
I'm feeling nostalgic. I didn't get a good look, but I'm certain it felt like the soul of a late friend or kin.
Two spotting a ghost is always better than just one. I hear anyone who spots that shadow will receive the blessing of Menat Hama'it, but it looks like the two of us are here down on luck.
I merely got into an argument.
What a coincidence. I'm guessing you didn't win?
I would not be sitting here if I did.
You know what? Somebody told me 10 minutes ago that the locals are never troubled because money can always solve their problems. I thought that made sense. What's there to be sad about, if you're not as destitute as me?
Today, someone threw something at me. Another soiled the new cape I got last week. And I was inexplicably married 20 times to people of all genders and ages. No one was interested in listening to me either.
Oh, that's pretty unlucky. How old are you? They stole your identity for a marriage registration?
What?
Your voice is a little strange, but you sound young, no offense. I think I was pretty lucky when I was around your age. One time, we were herding some stolen burden beasts back home and the sky suddenly turned dark. Our headscarves couldn't shield us from the sand flying our way. But we had plenty of manpower and quickly found a somewhat different area to dig into. Guess what we found? 2 houses buried in the sand, just enough to fit everyone. Even came with beds and tables.
Common furnishing you find in ancient tombs.
You know your stuff. I only found out a few years later. Those were wonderful days.
Indeed. Time can alter how rivers flow, establish and eradicate cities, bleach bones with the sun, elongate and intensify history. It makes one miss the past, and nostalgia can be a fearsome thing.
Yeah, miss the past all you want, but you're never getting it back.
How are the people you've been missing?
They're alive, but more surviving than living. The worst part is that they can't just move on. You have no idea how many of them sold off their blades. So as their boss, I owe them. I mean, I just need to build a new pile of gold, and those stooges will cheer up and return to the way they used to be.
I hope that is the case.
What about you?
I don't know either. It's like how people risk their lives to catch a glimpse of the river god, but all they end up seeing is the last face they would ever want to see. Is that not a terrifying prospect?
It's not that scary. If people still choose to chase that mirage, well, that's what my mother always told me back home.
We Knights Mora must be the masters of fear, and we will never be dominated by it. That's what they will say. That's what they all say. You are Knights Mora. Yeah, why? Narantuya feels a pat on her shoulder and then turns her head on reflex. She sees no one but the silent street, with its lamps being lit one by one from a distance. The lamplighter hums a tune as he walks up to them, climbing up a ladder and opening the glass shade to light it. Help! Help! There's a dead guy haunting me! Well, ladies, you sit this one out. I will take command. PS-5. And I still didn't change my skills on Narantuya or Pepe, but that's alright.
I have
We'll handle this. There's so many crystals here. Fortunately, we can use these special decrystallizing totems to clear them up. Deploy it, and it will instantly destroy all crystals in a straight line in the direction it's deployed. Try to maximize its effects with the terrain to our advantage.
Stay safe,
Well,
everyone.
thank you.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Let's go, Shu.
Bad luck. You ran into me.
Well, Texas help out for
Moving to
now.
designated
Let's pull her.
Exusiate, cover me.
Illusion and intimidation
that.
are my tactics.
Sow the mountains when summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
Bad luck.
Well,
You
my.
ran into me. Moving to designated
Well,
location.
thank you, Texas.
Your
We'll put
mouth
Read the
and
Flame
I-
Shadow there. One down. Need her.
Wow. Look at some of this bad. You made me fall.
Okay.
Got an idea? Enough dreaming. Only nightmares come with me.
Put Poopy out there. Okay.
Back to brain. Now, wait in line. We got plenty for everyone.
Beautiful Wis'adel. Take care of them for me.
If you're really incapable, sow
Keep
the
everybody healed up
mountains when
nicely.
summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
Thus,
I like that.
speak.
I like that positioning. I think we'll be alright then with Logos. We'll hold off on Pepe. I think we'll be alright. Put her there just in case anybody gets by.
Stretch before I squeeze down this hole.
Just as incantations
Well,
must be
Pepe, we can
restrained,
arrange that stretch
so
for
too
you.
must be kept.
Where do you wish to go this ominous cloud? You needn't fall. I wasn't supposed. I plant you into the soil to grow anew. Whoa, you robbers!
6 enemies left.
Yourself before me.
And finished. Another easy stage for Doctor to command. We took care of that fairly simply. What are we waiting for? A phone call. Might be a novel thing for someone as old as you. How much longer must we wait here? No more questions. Just wait and see. Can I take the call? Someone explained how it works to me a while back. No can do. They'll think we're a scam call the moment they hear your robotic voice. Alright. Right, as you mentioned earlier, us working together is an imitation of the greatest alliance in history. Indeed.
So, can I ask what's in store for me if I help you find your gem? Oh wait, I did get something already. I got a golden slipper thrown in my face after you scared me last night. Do you have any suggestions? No, I wouldn't dare ask for more. Letting me live is already more than enough. You're one of Sargon's forefathers. I should be escorting you on your quest, so please don't be hasty. Though the artifact that won first place at the harvest gathering seems to resemble this very gold slipper, inlaid with sapphires. Yes, the two of them are complete the pair. So, is making a ruckus in the dead of night also a way to make a fortune? They originally came in a pair, but one was lost forever in the depths of the river, so this one naturally has its value halved. Oh, please entertain my curiosity. Are all modern knights more like you? Beats me. I've looked into the customs and beliefs of many tribes for my plunders, fences, and abductions, but I never looked into my own birthplace. I never went back after that one sunrise. I don't suppose you are presently on your Kagan quest? Kagan quest? Kagan quest. Nuh-uh, that's the last word I ever want to hear. I'm not doing it, not even if my ancestors compelled me to. You mean you never performed your coming-of-age ritual? Yeah, it's not that important. I might have a few drops of Knightsmoran blood in me, but they didn't turn me into a tyrant or a conqueror, and I have no intention of letting them influence my life either. No, it is very important. How will your forebears recognize your blood if you don't embark on your Kagan quest? It's fine. Most of them pretty much disappeared off the ends of the earth, unlike someone I know who suddenly sprang to life at the museum just to lecture me. So yeah, what about you? I've heard in the Shah's time, people would shave their heads bald when they came of age. They applied perfumed ointment to their scalps, but some say the scent smelled like a stench, so I'm pretty curious if that's true. I also... Oh, there we go. I didn't expect to get news so soon. Yes, honey. It just so happens the gem trading post's overseer sent word that he has a gem to trade, and it fits your description in all aspects. Good, I'll go to him right away. But it will be difficult negotiating a deal, even with my introduction. What? I heard from my subordinates they could simply sell their gems at the reception. Selling is easy, but not the other way around. The trading post does not operate like a regular store. You need to offer something heavy enough to balance the scales. Something heavy in value. I have an idea. What are you thinking, Narantuya? What idea do you have, milady? Lesvar. Yes. This is the deal I wanted to discuss. The ancient mummy from the recent museum exhibition, the nameless general of the Shah's very court. The young overseer shoots her a complicated look, and leans down to the huge gilded box. Zubair lies inside silently, with his hands folded across his chest. Narantuya thinks this is honestly Zubair's time to shine. Even his dreadful golden mask seems to be emitting a soft sacred glow. This box looks familiar. It is a sarcophagus taken from the museum in its original condition, a replica of it, I mean. Lightly taps Zubair's body. Examines his chest with a flashlight. This isn't a regular artifact you could find anywhere, so if you could be more gentle and professional with it. I hear it came back to life and can move on its own. How about that? I'm sure we all know the dead don't come back to life, just arts at play is all. I mean, wouldn't you be afraid if it could really move? Afraid it might run off after I buy it? Well, Oh, is that black one your pet? Aha, what a beauty. Of course the gem trading post's overseer, who controls the flow of money throughout the entire city, would have such a unique pet. Is that him? Oof. Sits beside the sarcophagus. Hey, look! It sniffed out the millennia-old stench you can never fake. It's as real as my sincerity in making this deal with you. Of course, I know how precious this artifact is, and it'll be quite troublesome for you to handle it. I'm basically offloading my troubles to you, so I'm not exactly hoping for a windfall. But I guarantee the museum has no way of tracking me down. No, this is an extremely heavy offer you've made, though it's still within the measuring limits of my scale. Okay. What do you want in exchange? I hear you came for a gemstone. Well, that was the original plan, but I thought of something else on the way over. I don't need that gem anymore. I'm an outsider, so ingots will do.
You wish to be paid in pure gold. I'll go fetch the appropriate scales. Please bring this inside to keep others from seeing it. So we got a deal? Yes. Asvar is cooking up a plan. What is he after? I love a man who does easy business. I don't like the feeling of sleeping in here one bit. You didn't have to get your subordinates to bring it here in the first place. Shh, don't speak. Just hold on a bit longer. I'll come retrieve you soon. Seize the chance and find the gem you're after before the day ends. Alright, please do come back. I still need you for something. This is the price I'm offering. Any objection? Phew! Remember the crescent moon on the blade, the youth's sincerity washed into gold. I'll be back for sure. No objections at all, nope. Well, I'll be going now. By all means. Blinks at Zubair. Blinks at Narantuya. I look forward to any future cooperation. I never said we'd have any future cooperation. Me neither, in the near future at least. I don't think wants me to run errands for him. Sorry, but see ya. Oh, Lady Narantuya has just dumped them off. She should have understood my signal. Narantuya, if you're truly a descendant of the Knights Mora, the treasury awaits you. Finally followed the notices I sent around and came here. Meow, woof. Done, Lasvar. You've earned our praise. Interesting. They're speaking now.
How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it, my dear Lappland. Well, we have certainly gotten through a lot here. Let's go ahead to our event guidebook and collect our items here. We have 3. AS3, AS4, and AS5, which is going to get us the beautiful papyrus.
Me? Pepe told me that once I'm ready to leave my office and go on a journey, I should come here and ask for a doctor.
That's me.
She didn't specify a doctor in which field.
Don't worry about that.
Just that I'd know as soon as I saw the right one.
It's no specific field, it's just me, Doctor. The one and only. You came to the right place, milady. Let's, have a formal introduction now, then. Papyrus. Alright.
Ciao, Doctor.
I think that about wraps it up for this particular episode. What do you ladies think? Let's call it for there. Well. So we have finished up another portion of the story, and quite an interesting one if I do say so myself. We started off in a bit of a pickle, so to speak, with dealing with trying to find the gems, and with Pepe attempting to enter that harvest festival in order to discover an interesting prize, or rather, another gem that she needed. But at the same time, we had a series of unfortunate events that tended to set things off in a different direction, like the first place exhibit breaking, bumping her up to first place. So then the gem went to the third place, which became the second place, and well, the third place was Aspasia, who was after the goblet. She didn't want the gem, she wanted the goblet. So there's a lot of things going on there. And then, of course, Pepe, unfortunately, not getting the gem that she was looking for. Rather, she ended up with a line of people trying to show other gems that did not work out well for her. And then we have Aspasia finding out about Narantuya's plan. And now we have Narantuya teaming up with Zubair. And, well, now Zubair is left with Asvar. He's with the gemstone trader. So there's a lot to take in with this portion of the story. But I feel we're ramping up to a fun conclusion. And in the next episode, we're going to kick off with a story bit. With that being said, that story is going to lead us probably to the high point and to that climax, and we'll get to learn just a little bit more. We may even finish things off in the next episode. So, with that said, I think we enjoyed a nice chunk of the story today and some fun little stages that didn't really do us too much damage. What do you ladies think? Yeah? You both helped greatly with commanding today's strategies. Aw, don't be so bashful. You did wonderful, ladies. You helped me out with 2 stages, 1 each. You did great, and I'm very happy that both of you joined us today. Did you guys enjoy Texas and Lappland being my assistants for today? Because they were wonderful. They both helped out Doctor. Very, very much so. So I appreciate you both, ladies. With that said, that's it for this one, guys. I appreciate you all for hanging out here on the channel and watching Doctor and friends take on this fun story with Pepe and Narantuya. And with that, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel to help us to continue to grow and bring more of this kind of fun to you guys. And as always, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.